So Young Thug, despite being behind bars, he shook up the hip hop internet yesterday. He put up a post basically calling for Drake, Metro Boomin, and Future to reconcile their differences. Now, in that post, he said that they're all brothers and music isn't the same when they're not working together. And this actually got reposted by Future, and it caught a lot of people by surprise that Future reposted it, basically giving the impression that Future would be willing to collaborate with Drake again at some point. This really doesn't catch me by surprise too much. I figured, even though that it would be unlikely that Drake and Future would collaborate again, I said there always would be a slight chance, and you could tell because of the fact that on Family Matters, Drake kind of backtracked some of the shots that he took at Future, because on Push-Ups he said he took I'm not gonna say what, but he took a couple shots at Future on Push-Ups. Whereas on Family Matters, he kind of backtracked by basically saying me and Pluto never been through it and made me sick to my stomach, and basically trying to say that, hey, these guys are manipulating you, they're trying to rope you into this thing and blah blah blah. Now, I don't think this is really coming out of nowhere, to be honest with you. I said in a previous video, I've said in a few videos over the past couple months that I do believe that we are low-key watching Drake drown. Like, we're watching him like be drowned out within the culture, metaphorically speaking, like he's drowning. We're watching him drown in real time, and many fans aren't really paying attention. Like, Drake has been struggling to chart this year. Like, even just within the past 2 weeks, like, Drake has not been on the charts, and this is the first time that Drake has not had at least one song on the Hot 100 since like 2022. And it's not like he's going MIA. Like, he's trying to put stuff out. Like, he's like the Wagwan Delilah song and the song with the Havana girl and all of that. Like, but everything he's trying to put out is just not hitting. It's just flopping. And then it's on top of also not doing well on a commercial level, even just on a quality level. In my personal opinion, at least, I don't think he sounds inspired. I don't think he sounded inspired in a couple of years. But either way, this whole situation is interesting because it kind of flies in the face of what Drake was trying to say on Push-Ups, and it also validates what Kendrick said on Not Like Us. So on Push-Ups, Drake, I remember Drake specifically started the song off by saying, hey, I'm the hit maker y'all depend on. And while that might have been true several years ago, obviously, when Drake was at his peak and he was, he had the Midas touch, or, what some people would call the Drake stimulus package. These days, that's really not the case. Like, he's been struggling to kind of stay afloat. Like, he's still generally popular, obviously. Like, he's a big celebrity, but as far as like new material, the new material just isn't sticking like his stuff over the past like 10 years. Whereas on Not Like Us, Kendrick, we all know on the third verse, Kendrick really just pointed out how much Drake relies on Atlanta and the whole Atlanta music scene to really stay relevant. And I don't even want to say just stay relevant, but to more specifically stay relevant within that street demographic. Because when he collaborates with artists from Atlanta, he's not collaborating with any artist from Atlanta. He's specifically targeting street artists who make those like street anthems that are very popular within like nightclubs and stuff of that nature. He's not really collaborating with people like JID or like Earth Gang or whatever. So, but still, this does validate Kendrick's point on Not Like Us when he says, hey, you run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. And Drake recognizes just how important that demographic is, because if he wanted to, he could just, and I said this a few months ago, I said, hey, it might be in Drake's best interest to try to become like the new Flo Rida or Pitbull and only focus on making those big hits that just, transcend audiences and, could keep you afloat for a couple years. You could go do festivals and stuff of that nature. But it's abundantly clear that Drake still wants to have a strong presence within what I just call the street demographic, as far as people that would frequent nightclubs and strip clubs and just people within certain communities. And I'm not saying that's a bad idea, but I've been saying that whole demographic, they've been put off by Drake for a while now. I don't think he's gonna be able to get back in with that. crowd. He's already tried to. He's put out songs with Lil Yachty and Lotto and all of that with all the 100 gigabyte stuff. And again, nothing is really clicking, which is why I don't think this whole Young Thug tweet is coming out of nowhere. I do think that this was either Drake or Birdman or both would reach out to Young Thug and pretty much were probably begging for them to sort of try to work it out, which I think does make Drake look really bad at this point. Even if by some chance Future and Metro decide to still do songs with Drake, I can't imagine that it's gonna be received super well. Now, it's gonna be received well for Future, obviously. Future, if people haven't been paying attention, he's still been doing well in charting, and he's still very popular. He's still doing just fine within his niche, within hip hop as a whole, not just his niche. But in the case of Drake, to me, this feels like a Hail Mary type of situation, because if it's to the point where, because let's say there's a song that comes out with Drake and Future and Metro. If there's a song that comes out, even if there's a collab album, let's say they bring 21 Savage in too for a collab album, right? Because I'm assuming another reason Drake and his team is trying to secretly squash all of this is because he wants to do another album with 21 Savage, right? If Drake does a big song or collab or something with 21 or Future and Metro, and that still doesn't connect, at that point it should be all out panic mode. At that point, you gotta imagine nothing's really gonna be able to allow him to bounce back. And I've been saying that if he wants to bounce back, it's gonna take more than just one hit song. So even if he has a hit song with them, I don't think that's gonna matter at this point. He would need to put out like his best body of work to date, and it's just too unlikely. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you think I'm reaching? Do you think that Drake has plenty of opportunities left to make something happen and have a long career while still being on top? Or do you think this is a scenario where it's pretty much a wrap for him and we're just going to watch him slowly decline and just become just another legacy act who had a nice run, or not just a nice run, had an amazing run for 14, 15 years, but at a certain point it had to stop, and it's on him. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below.
All my life I dream of space, in a place where I feel safe. So I'm on the paper chase, yeah, I'm on the paper chase, yeah. Yeah, I'm on the paper chase. We stress over all the trivial things, it's a mess, but we concealing the rings of the eyelids, cause for material things we're blind. And when the diamonds go bling, they're dancing whenever we sing but can't see the pain that stings the skin deep in. It pins me, the sanity's bring to the fans me think all Pete the dark poems I cover in pink. I don't know, but my rose will be canon on ink. I speak for those whose voice will shrink. I sit back while society sinks. Cold war rap like I'm wearing a mink. I glide on beats like a skate rink. The game circle, my bars are chain link. Not even blockchain could contain me. All my life I dream of space, in a place where I feel safe. So I'm on the paper chase, yeah, I'm on the paper chase, yeah. Yeah, I'm on the paper chase. All my life I dream of space, in a place where I feel safe. So I'm on the paper chase, yeah, I'm on the paper chase, yeah. Yeah, I'm on the paper chase.